All right, follow-up video about the replaced rim joist here. Here you can see we successfully replaced this whole section here all the way out to right there. This is all brand new, and then we doubled it up. So there's the seam here, and this is all doubled the whole way and nailed in. You can see our really nice knee wall that we built for on top of the foundation wall to bring the house up just a little bit. And that's all around. I just have to finish up this one little span here, and same deal on that side. But the house is now down on the foundation, which is a huge monumental achievement. What you might notice here is that this is out. There's a little bit of an overlap here of about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or so. And so the entire house is actually shifted forward very slightly from its original position, which I knew when we were jacking it up. It was sort of walking just a little bit. And we went up, you know, 14 inches, so it was over that amount of jacking, it just walked slightly. So I knew that the foundation underneath the house wasn't going to line up perfectly with the outside edge of the house, and that we were going to have some overlap here and there. But we did our best with all the line. The other problem is that the house is not square at all. So that was another difficulty, and we had the house raised up on the supports, so we couldn't just drop lines from the corners of the house and put our foundation there, due to the fact that the front of the house had already been done. The pouring of the walls and then the framing and everything had already been done, and so the house had moved in relation to that. So what I did was, and I wish I had taken a video of this, I put a eye bolt in the front rim joist of the house, and then I brought a steel cable around the corner of the house back to here, and I wrapped a heavy-duty strap around this section of foundation, and I ran that cable with a come-along, a 6,000-pound come-along right about there, and I started cranking, and I actually moved the whole house back about, oh, I don't know, an inch or more. You can kind of see here we had been marking where the position was, and so we actually we did manage to bring it back about an inch. So that was good. That was good enough for me. So the house hangs off the front. The rim joist of the house hangs off the front maybe a ½ an inch, and in the back it's shy of the top of the wall by about 3/4 of an inch. And the sides are pretty good. This side is in like maybe a ½ an inch here, and then the other side is pretty much dead on. So the house is, I mean, there's plenty of structure under all the walls, so I'm not worried about, you know, the structural concerns at all here. But there was just no way to use geometry to figure out exactly where the house was going to come down and what the dimensions of the house were, because this house is just not square at all. It's wavy. There's all kinds of, you know, it's an old house and it wasn't built well. So anyway, we're down on the foundation now. Really happy about that. We've got a really good sort of solid, you know, everything's down. It's solid. The house is no longer floating. We took out all the beams inside. Here, I'll show you that. So this house had massive LVLs running along here and on the same thing on that side, and the whole house was up on those, and some 6x6 posts going down. And that had been since June, I think, maybe, or July. The whole house had been up like that. So we finally were able to set it down on its final footing here. And so we poured the walls, and then we put our pressure treated sill plate on top of the wall, going all the way around with our J bolts here. We sunk our J bolts into the wall, and these are what anchored the house basically down to the foundation walls. Plenty of rebar, nice strong 6-inch concrete poured walls. So I'm sort of, right now I'm standing in a window bay. Here, I'll climb down here. Oh, there's some bright light. Okay, so this is gonna be a nice south facing beautiful window in the downstairs living space. Same deal over here. This is gonna also be south facing, let a lot of light into this area. These two here facing out toward the lake. That one is kind of facing north, so not too much light coming in from there, but still nice to have. And then back here, this is the egress window for the bedroom that's going to be down here. Now you might notice I didn't leave very much space. You see the window buck stops, you know, maybe 3 inches below that that top plate there, and so there's not a lot of room for a header in there, but that's okay because I'm just going to get a piece of 1/2-inch steel and steel plate and kind of tie that in across to form a header. There's really only one joist that is unsupported anyway, so I'm not overly concerned about that. It's a pretty small span there. Here I'll have enough room for a full header here. Same deal with these back ones. This is the gable end of the house, so not a lot of weight, but I'll probably do a little steel header there and over there. These windows were actually a matter of convenience for those LVL beams that were supporting the house. They were sticking right out here, and so I figured I'll just put a 12-inch, 12-inch by 30-inch window right here, 32-inch window, and same deal over there. So it'll let a little more light in, and it'll be nice. And so yeah, we made the little knee wall all the way around. Everything's perfectly level. House is totally level all the way around. I adjusted all the center supports, the lolly columns to get us at the correct height. So the house is like completely level, which it wasn't even that in that state when I bought it. So we've improved things immensely. Let's see. So when we poured the walls, we had one blowout here. This little flat. This guy just popped right out and spewed concrete everywhere. We cleaned up most of it and left the rest of it for the mini excavator I'm going to get in here to clean this slab out. And then same deal over here. Just this little flap, just kicked right out. Concrete came flying out. So that was difficult, but we got it under control pretty quickly, and we had plenty of concrete to finish the job, so no big deal there. Other than that though, everything went beautifully. Everywhere that I thought I was going to have a blowout, I put a ton of reinforcing, and we had no problems in all the places that I thought might be a problem. It's kind of funny that the two spots where I didn't even consider that there'd be an issue there is where it happened. I guess that's always how it goes. So, but anyway, overall, I was pretty pleased with the process, and I would definitely use these forms again. This was great. Really high quality product. We're gonna have excellent thermal sealing in here because of this insulation. Anyway, yeah, so there's getting to be a lot more room down here without these big posts and the beams. And the next step after I finish the drainage outside is to start digging out this slab. I'm gonna get a little mini excavator in here to do that. I'm hoping I can pretty much dig the whole thing out in a day or two. We'll be able to drive it right through the door there. They're only about 2 feet wide. The 1 ton, the little 1 ton excavators. So we'll get that guy in here, and then now that I've got my 8-foot ceilings, I'll have no clearance issues with it, and I'll just scrape up, start in the back here, scrape all this up. We got to go down like a foot maybe. Just get rid of all this material, and then what I'll do is I'll dump all the material either maybe out that window right there, or out the front. and then I'll use the big excavator to just grab it and put it where I need to put it. So kind of nice to have the little machine in here and then the big machine outside. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. We're in business here. We're totally on our permanent foundation. I do just have to get some sheathing on these front walls and extend it up past the rim joist on the top so that we can kind of tie the whole house down to the walls over here and to the knee wall there, and get everything situated so that it's totally locked down. But right now the house is sitting pretty. So yeah, that's about it for now.